The great Tom Waddle joins us every Wednesday, and he joins us now on the hotline. Tommy, hello, good morning. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you? D, how are you doing today?
I'm
you surviving?
good. I am.
Okay,
I'm loving
excellent.
it.
Sounds like it.
It's fun.
So, Tommy, let
Are you gonna
us
hit me with that thick-headed Tom Thibodeau comment that you were, running around with? Everyone loves Thibodeau, however you want to pronounce it. We love Thib. We used to have an adversarial relationship.
Yes,
with
I
Tibbs.
agree. He had confided in me many times.
Yeah, but
You're
then,
two buddies in the afternoon. I'm
but
not
then
big fans of.
guess what? By the end, we were good friends. And Tibbs and Sylvia and I,
You cleared the air, he told me.
of course we did. And if listen, we had Charles Barkley on the other day, and we were just letting return serve with regard to what Kendrick Perkins said about all of that stuff. Sylvia and I's point with Tom Thibodeau all along was it was all in context. I don't care. And by the way, I think if you look at the number of minutes that Jalen Brunson played this year, they were in line with pretty much everybody, so they didn't overplay him. Do you remember? I remember sitting in a restaurant in Evanston. I think it must have been when Georgia, my oldest, was still at Northwestern. And it was the last game of the regular season, and Joakim Noah's dragging his leg up and down the floor. He's got a bad knee. They're already clinched. They're into the postseason. And he played Joe almost 40 minutes on a bad knee in the final game of the regular season, where the outcome of the game had no bearing on where they were going in the playoffs. That was the context that we always talked about with regard to Tibbs. He is the best in the NBA, in my opinion, at getting the most out of guys. And I think you see that with Jalen Brunson. But it's fun. I'm not even watching the Saturday Monday crew. The Cavs and the Celtics. Okay, I'll get to you guys later. But these two games, these two matchups have been tasty.
By the way, DeMar DeRozan led the NBA in minutes played, 37.8.
Yep.
The highest, Nick, what number do you think it came in?
I'm going to
It's
say
Brunson.
Yeah, and I want to say it's just a tick under 35, like 34 and a
Yeah.
half.
He's 14th at 35.4.
Okay,
I was gonna say
nobody's
35,
going to
yeah.
criticize Tibbs for that. I mean,
14th.
yeah.
It's just amazing. I love Tibbs. I
do
I
too.
could have played for him. I like a coach like that. And I just interesting that it doesn't work for everybody, right? It doesn't. There are players who totally cringe at the way he coaches.
You know what, though, D? I would say that's a player problem, not a
Yeah.
Tibbs problem. And you're right. I'm not disputing that. You're right. He doesn't, he doesn't work with everyone probably, but those are probably players that don't want to work as hard as they should probably be working to get the most out of them. I don't think I've ever seen any coach in any sport get more out of guys than Tibbs has. And it's just unfortunate where they are now. I mean, they blew the doors off the Pacers last night, but they got four important players that aren't even available to them, and they're still a game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. And Jalen Brunson, Kap, I don't know if you knew he was going to be a superstar.
I did not think he'd be this. I thought he'd be a very good, solid player. Never did I think this. Never.
Randy Merkin and I had a bet. Merck's the only one I know that was claiming that he was going to be a star in the league. It wasn't like we were, down on him. I didn't think his ceiling was as high as ultimately it was. We had a standing bet. I think in the first 4 or 5 years, Merck said he'd go to the All-Star game. I said no. I think he went his 6th year. What is he, in his 6th or 7th year now? Something like that. But Merck was the only one I know that predicted greatness for Jalen Brunson.
I don't know how he gets into the paint
don't
and
either.
scores over
It's
bigger people
remarkable.
because he's not like a high-flying athlete. He gets his body contorted and makes shots. I don't know how he does it.
He's really strong. You can tell. He's sturdy. And he's smart as the day is long. And I don't want to undersell his athletic ability. He doesn't jump through the roof and all the other stuff. But it takes a great deal of athletic skill to do what you just said. Get your body into the position he gets his body into to make all these shots. But they've been a joy to watch. They really have. And I give Tibbs all the credit in the world. But where they go from here, I don't know. I think that last night was just as to coin your phrase, a take that moment for a lot of people.
Oh, it was a take that moment. So the schedule releases tonight. We know they're playing the Jags in London on October 13. What do you want for the opening game? Dion and I were talking about, should it be, well, we'd like to get Carolina at home at noon on a Sunday, nice weather.
Or would you poisoning, with everybody from the Panthers suffering from a stomach flu or food? You know me, Cap. You've known me long enough. Like for me, I want the easiest path to where we're going. Like from a big picture perspective, yeah, give me the Panthers and half the team is sick. But from just a non-attached viewer, I'd like to see the team in prime time. I would. I would prefer to see them in prime time. But if you tell me they're gonna open the season with a pretty soft debut, I'd be just fine with that as well.
Tom, how was the schedule released when you were a player?
I think they released it like a week before the season started.
It was
I
like
don't know.
no
It was
ceremony,
so long ago.
right?
You know what they did? They carved it into a stone and they sent it out.
Right.
I mean, there was no social media.
It's
I
just
don't know.
crazy. Like, it's just like a holiday. It's outrageous.
It's really cool. And I saw Kyle Brandt put something on social media. Basically, he said, all 31 teams, you're on notice. You have the Los Angeles Chargers to chase, because their social media group is unbelievable, and then their schedule releases every year. It's the most entertaining, and I think it's inspired a lot of teams to try to be creative with theirs as well. But it's cool, it's fun, and it's more fun now when you've got this excitement. I mean, to have Caleb Williams as your starting quarterback and Rome Odunze, and you've got a receiver room that is really exciting. My prediction was last week that they were going to open up on Sunday night against Detroit in Detroit, but it doesn't sound like the leakers are agreeing with that. It sounds like, doesn't it, guys, that like they're going to just be a ho-hum Sunday afternoon start?
I think that people would like them to be in prime time, but you're probably right.
Do you like when they play on Thanksgiving or Christmas Day?
Thanksgiving would be fine. I would think that Christmas is a little bit different. I think we played twice on Thanksgiving, and I was cool with it totally. It basically gives you a long weekend.
How about now as a you're not doing post game, as a fan watching on your couch?
I'm cool with it I'm fine with it. I don't care. I mean, it's not me traveling. Again, selfishly, I'll watch football any day of the week, so I don't have a problem with it. Boy, but they gave the middle finger to the NBA, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
We were laughing the other day. He called up Adam Silver and said, "Hey, Adam, I'm taking Christmas Day."
What are you going to do about it? There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
The NFL is king, and this is why the schedule release is what it is. It's crazy. I think what they have in Detroit for the draft, then they set a record. It was like 160,000 people, something crazy. People just can't get enough of it, and I understand why.
All right, we'll talk more sports with the great Tom Waddle. I want to get away from football and ask you a few other things. We'll get into that next. Great Tom Waddle here on the Kap and J Hood Show. Hoodie's got the day off. We'll be back tomorrow. Dion Miller is in for him. Shay's in the EP chair, and Jay Moore is at the controls. Tom Brady came out and said that he would never do the roast again because it hurt the people close to him. Would you ever let anyone roast you?
I don't know why you'd want to.
Right.
Well, you know why he did it. Didn't Barkley say to you and Sylvie, $25 million bucks they gave?
That's why I asked the question. And look, with a roast, you know what you're getting. So, like, if Tom didn't know that there were going to be some really, kind of nasty jokes, then his head's in the sand. So you know what you're going to get, and a roast is a roast. I just thought, my first question was, why would Tom Brady do that? Mm-hmm. And the quick answer was money. And B, I don't know how you guys felt. I thought the professionals were really good. The players, obviously, their jokes were written for them. Some of them were funny. Some of them were dark and crude and wow. I don't know how you guys felt. I told this to Meller and to Sylvie, who didn't see Tom Brady's portion of it because he was at the very end. I thought Peyton Manning was awesome. Peyton is very dry humor and is fantastic, and he didn't get down deep into the gutter, so he kind of maintained his persona. I thought Tom Brady came off douchey. when he took the stage and did what he did. I just was like, because Tom Brady has always had this humble, just humble greatness about him, and he went out of character, and I know it's a roast, but I don't know. So back to your question, Kap. I don't know why you do it, but listen, at this stage of my life, if you want to take shots at me, take shots at me. I don't really care.
It was just uncomfortable, Tom.
It
like,
is.
and I know that. I mean, maybe I don't want to hear all the crudeness and all the swearing and all that stuff. Call me a square, whatever. I even felt like Tom looked uncomfortable. It was just not it. I
Well,
don't
a
know.
couple of shots about Giselle were like, wow.
When the kids get caught in the crossfire as
Yeah,
well,
it's awful.
and like, I don't know. I just like nothing was off limits except a massage joke from Robert or by
Bob
about
Kraft.
Robert Kraft.
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean, the kids are, Brady, everybody is taking shots. They question everything about him. But Robert Kraft visiting a massage parlor in Florida, Brady was uncomfortable with. I don't know. It was weird. It was 3 hours too. It was
way too long.
It was way.
By the
too
way,
long.
can I don't mean to hijack this segment, but I just got to ask you guys, did you see this? You're going to laugh at it to begin with. And because Shay laughed and Jay Moore when I asked him, did you see the post-game show of the Sox after their second game?
I
did not.
I know, isn't that a stupid question? No offense to Ozzy and Chuck, because those guys
I love those
fabulous.
guys.
They are fantastic.
But it was a long day, and the Sox haven't been really compelling. And Eric Fetty pitches a gem, and Schriffen sends it to the studio. And Chuck, I love Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck looks at Ozzy and says, "Is it too early to start talking about a Cy Young?"
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, he did not.
I don't know if that was word for word what he said, but he did mention Cy Young. And like I said, I love Chuck. Chuck's the best. But I was sitting on my couch, and I think I had a spit take. I had a nice scotch, and I was finishing it up, and I think I spit half of it on the rug when he said that. And that's not a shot at Fetty. It's just, come on.
And then I heard Schriffen said when Vaughn hit a home, look out, Vaughnie is back. I'm like,
Wow,
back?
really?
Like, what is he hitting? Two whatever.
Not much.
Not much.
At this point, it's, what was it yesterday before the doubleheader? I think they had been playing much better baseball, but they'd been shut out in 25% of their games through 41 games.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's been crazy. Oh,
yeah.
well. They're playing
Andrew
better
Vaughn
now.
is hitting 207.
Yeah.
It's speaking of uncomfortable. Like sometimes
Vaughnie's
just
not back yet.
The enthusiasm surrounding a bad last place team is hard for me to grasp on a daily. Like I understand, I get it. They're excited to cover the team, and they feel like they're trying to represent that and be excited about these moments, but they're just not good baseball.
Yeah. White Sox and Nationals today at 1:10 right here on ESPN. 1000.
I just saw tickets $7 if you'd like to go.
Yeah.
12:30 will be the pregame with Connor McKnight. Also, did you know that Dion and I are doing the Walk as One Chicago together?
Wow.
Yes.
D, congrats.
25 miles.
So excited.
I walk. I take a walk. I try to do it every day, and it's about 1.5 miles. And I swear to God to both of you, when I'm doing it, I'm saying to myself, I have no idea how Kap makes this walk, and everyone who does. Because even the 1.5 miles that I walk, at the end of it, I'm tired. I don't know if that's just commentary on me, but walking is, for that amount of time, Kap, first of all, I give you a ton of credit, and you as well, Dion, for raising the kind of money that you do. But just the endurance that it takes. But D, you're a runner, right? So this is going to be nothing for you.
Runner's a loose term. I jog kind of casual. I walk, run, whatever.
Well, that's
I
fine.
work out a lot. I do exercise almost every single day.
So you're going to be fine.
25 miles. We're starting at guaranteed rate. We're walking to Wrigley. We're stopping at a school to hand out books.
That's the part I can't wait for.
It's awesome. And then we're walking all the way back to guaranteed rate.
And I would say this to people who are just saying, well, what, you're walking 24 miles. Dude, I don't want to be in a car for 24 miles. Right. I want to run for 24 miles. Walking 24 miles is an enormous physical accomplishment. So I tip my cap to all of you, no pun intended, that do this. It's a great initiative, and it's physically got to be a challenge.
And if you would
I'm
like to
excited.
either donate or walk with us, BerniesBookBank.org. BerniesBookBank.org. It's June 6th.
And
Hey, by the
walking
way-
is approachable. Anyone can walk, so it's okay.
Yeah, so everyone get involved. I know you're going to say goodbye to me here in a second. Just wanted to say, Cap, boy, Tyon was dealing last night, wasn't he?
Oh, stop. I knew that I heard an epidural over the weekend because his back was bothering. I'm like, how am I not getting on a plane to Vegas and taking out a lot of money out of my bank account?
So you knew that?
I did.
Wow. And you didn't use it?
I did not bet it.
Is that like I heard Shay earlier
I would have
talking about
felt
the Rory
dirty.
McIlroy bet? Like, pound that thing and don't feel bad about that. I mean, the
No.
bet, Shay. But like, I don't Cap. I don't.
Rory will be doing that.
Did you feel like that was?
Gosh.
Did you feel, Cap, like that was like?
Dirty. So I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I give you credit or
Such
think
restraint.
you're a dumbass.
I
don't know
know.
which one.
I'm like, that dude's going to pitch? Oh, you get no shot. No shot.
You got soxed the last 2 nights. Ronaldo Lopez and Chris Sale. You got soxed.
Yes, we did. We got socks.
You
Now
got
it's Charlie
soxed.
Morton tonight. We'll see. Tommy, have a wonderful
Tom, you're the
day.
best.
Love you
Have a great
guys.
day.
Have
We'll
a
get
great
you
day.
Mike Francesa Hood back next week.
Have a great day, D.
You too.
All right. Our guy, love that dude, Tom Waddle.